Here we are, folks, back. I haven't been posting as many new videos lately. There's so much going on. There's just so much. I got an amazing channel with a lot of good stuff on it. It is growing. There's hundreds of hours of content for free. Want you to get involved. My Patreon, I've been really lacking on. I see I have a lot of new people there. So I'm just going to try to tackle one thing at a time. Well, look, I got one more con in the year. It's called Steel City. Steel City. Don't Suck comes out December 1st. VOD in 8 cities. Number 2, I'm starting a movie on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. I'm doing 3 days on a movie. And the Brea Improv on the 6th. Steel City, 8, 9, 10. Shooting another movie for a day on the 12th in Shreveport. Then I think I'm doing the MMA Awards as a presenter in Vegas on the 13th. And I'm taking off. And then the 26th to the 31st, I believe, I'm at the track. So we can make this work, folks. A lot of stuff going on if you can put those in those things. But today I'm going to talk about the beauty of the cons. I haven't taken a lot of stuff yet because I want to get my life stuff done. So let me say something about the cons when people come. Had amazing cons lately. The last 2 were Mad Monster. I think Monster Mania in Oaks, PA, that's the actual name. I get confused with all the monsters. And then Mad Monster in Atlanta. I'm just going to focus on the Mad Monster, Monster Mania in Oaks, PA. Monster Mania in Oaks, PA was an absolute grand slam. And it wasn't even the biggest turnout we've ever had or the biggest con like MegaCon or Texas Frightmare or Horror Hound, Cincinnati, but just so many rabid fans. I couldn't believe it. Like, not only people were buying one item, they were buying 2 and 3 items and then upselling, and they wanted the item, then they wanted you to sign it, then they wanted a selfie, then they wanted to take a single picture, then they wanted to take a group photo, and it was just incredible. And we had so many of our different people there, from Roger, who is Ghostface, the voice. He is Ghostface. Lee, who is the first original Ghostface who killed Drew. Obviously David, and then me, Nev, Matt, and Skeet, and I maybe think one more person, I don't know. But just that group together is just so killer, literally. And the fans are just so good and sweet, and you guys are so sweet. And I just want to tell you that I always, I'm so fortunate that you want to see me and get an auto and stuff, but, don't waste your money on me. Only spend money that you can afford. I feel like, God, the world's so crazy right now. Things are expensive. This one girl, she went to another con recently, and she worked at Chick-fil-A, and she spent so much money. I'm like, stop spending money. And she bought so much, I had to stop her. I just said, what do you want? I just gave it to her. She bought like 7 things from me, and she kept coming back. And I was like, I can't keep charging you. She's a hardworking young girl, very responsible. She works at Chick-fil-A, and she just cried. And she was just like, I'm just so happy to meet you. And I'm just so happy. And you're this is like a dream come true, and I understand it is, and it's so beautiful for me to be able to meet you guys. But boy, I don't want you to go overboard, because you gotta fucking eat. These other ladies came and they were like, "Do we buy another picture or do we get gas?" And I was like, "Get gas. You already bought something. Like, just get gas." And I just took another selfie with them because I was like, you get the gas. Like, you gotta eat. You gotta have gas. You gotta have clothes. I appreciate it. I really do, but I don't want to make money at the expense of you not having any. So your generosity is incredible. Your enthusiasm is incredible. Your sweetness is incredible. I always wonder if I give enough people enough, because people come and, the Monster Mania in Oaks was my best weekend ever. And I think you could tell if you looked at it, but it wasn't like the lines were always good, but it's just Matt and Skeet and Nev are out the door and David's out the door. And then I guess, it was the first time I really thought we could have a screen. We could literally just have our own con. It was incredible. And I just, I experience so many emotions. And so whether you believe in empathy or not, whether you believe I'm an empath or not, whether you believe I have that, I really do want everyone to feel good. And, you know, I had a guy, more than one, telling me that Scream is their comfort movie, which, you know, I have to make a joke about. But he's like, I know, it's funny, but he's like, that's how fucked up shit has been in my life, that this is my comfort movie. And I was, you know, I'm like, damn, bro, what have you seen? You know, and it's, I'm so happy that people do that and they give me so many gifts. People give me gifts. They gave me a Scary Movies 101. Someone else gave me a printed Ghostface that was rainbow color. And I just, you know, want to make sure I'm always giving enough to the fans. And the exchanges are intense, man, because sometimes people just come up and they're collectors. The easiest one are collectors. They'll come up, they've taped off what they want. They know exactly how many signatures they are. They go, boom, boom, here's 3. That's easy. They're cool. They meet everybody. They're chill. You know, some of the more intense ones are when people are really, you know, that they're sad. People get really sad and Scream happened to them in a seminal point in their life. And so they have this core memory with Scream. When it's a good memory, it's great. But when it's a sad memory, like someone, you know, who's watched it with somebody who passed away and that was their bonding movie. And that just like bums me out, you know. But, you know, if I can bring them a little bit of joy and, you know, hug them and make them feel like, okay, well, you guys shared it. And if somehow me being in this movie touched you and helped bond your relationship, then that's even better. You know? But that air conditioning, oh, fucking prick. Move your car. So, it's just incredible, you know, to be able to meet you guys and to do this. And, you know, other times people are just so happy. They can't stop laughing. I just want you to know it's a huge energy exchange. It's not hard. I've done a lot of hard jobs in my life. I've worked for this, you know, trash companies, the sanitation company. I worked for the township filling in potholes. I mean, I've done some hard jobs, which are, I don't last at them long. I'm like, I just got to do something else. But those are real jobs and those are hard jobs. And my job is, it's not hard work. It does get intense because I want to make sure, you know, there's a lot of money being exchanged and a lot of emotions and a lot of elevated things and a lot of expectations. And it's hard. I hope I always meet them. But the cons are, here's the biggest problem is when I do it. When I'm so tired, I obsess because I'm not there. So it's like, what I'll do is I'll do live stuff before, like I'll tape a couple pods during the week or I'll look at the edits, you know, I'll do a couple comedy shows, decluttering my life and going through stuff and getting rid of stuff and acquiring new stuff. I just, you know, almost done with this studio you're seeing here. And I have life stuff, as we all do. So when I go, I usually take a red eye and I'll fly in and land, you know, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., check into the hotel. Sometimes they give me grief, but I do it. And then the cons usually start at 3. So it's like I'm, you know, I might get 5 hours sleep. And I'm a wreck. I'm an animal when I'm tired. You know, that's documented. I you know, I don't have enough time. I try to get so much done. So when I go, my first day is usually, and then I'm all pumped up from all the energy. So it's hard for me to sleep. So then I try to sleep again. And then the next Saturday is like a nut. But Sundays have been like fucking Saturdays. Now Friday at Oaks was so intense. It was like a Saturday. And this Saturday was like something I'd never seen. Saturday was literally something I'd never seen. And there were 5 cons that weekend. I think Dermy was in Detroit. Other people, friends were in Manchester, England. Someone else was in London Comic Con. And then there was one more. There was like 5 cons I knew of around the world. I mean, it's just never going to stop. This collecting culture, this fandom. And so I just want to let people know I love it. There's so much happening. I'll try to keep the content coming out as much as I can, but it gets hard, you know. But it's incredible. It's just wild. I mean, this is all my life is. I do cons. I do, you know, parts in movies. I do Funny You Should Ask. I do Jeff Lewis Live After Show. I do my stand-up tour. I do my pod. I do other people's pods. And there's like 9 things I figured out that I do often. So look what else I wrote. I wrote some notes. It's you know, not a big deal, but it's like also flying back and forth with 3 weeks in a row, back and forth to the East Coast. That's taken a lot out of me. And Mad Monster was also amazing in Atlanta. Just such wonderful people. It's kind of funny. Horror fans are like Wes. Like Wes was such a sweet guy, and yet he made these like crazy violent movies. That's what horror fans are. They're like sweet people. But there's all types. There's brothers and sisters that come. There's couples. There's families. There's creeps. There's emo saddies. There's horror fatties. Sound goes in and out. There's slim brim horror shim. It goes in and out. What's with the fucking microphone, man? So I can't remember it. I'm a fucking vegetable, man, when I do these cons. So if I'm ever rude to you, understand I don't mean to be. I hope I'm not. I try my best. But there's going to be days I'm not perfect because I'm just tired or I'm stretched in so many different ways. And then, because I got to see the fans, I got to see the castmates, but we have a shorthand. And then we see other casts that we're getting to know. So I almost have a shorthand with other casts now, you know, like Terrifier. I'm getting to know them pretty well. And so it's like, we're pretty chill with each other. So it's like, you know, with other people we don't know, it's like, you know, we got to make sure you don't know what their boundaries are and stuff. You know how it is. So that's another thing. It's an energy intense weekend, and again, it's not hard work. It's just intense work. But I'm lucky to do it. There's so much happening right now in the world, as you know. Yeah. My movie is coming out. There's other stuff happening with the franchise that, as the recording of this, I have been following along with you. I have not commented on it yet. I'm trying to think of when and where and what I shall say. I already know what I would say. So that's it, guys. We're growing. Like and subscribe here. It costs you nothing. I'm going to be doing more merch soon. I'm starting to line up 2024. I'm not doing a ton of dates yet. I just want to really get my online presence good. And clips, clippies. And, you know, and then my Patreon is for my spicier stuff. And that's $5 a month. $5 a month. At least a video a week, if not more. Maybe I can do 5 a month. So that's where we're at. This is what we're doing. I'll comment on more stuff as we get it. Crazy times. It always is. I'll try to get more of a schedule. Thanks you guys so much. Much love to you and peace.